India, a land of ancient traditions and modern marvels, land of spices, Bollywood and call centers, a place where the past and future coexist in a vibrant tapestry. But hold on, it's also a global tech hub, a rising economic giant. Cities like Bangalore and Hyderabad are bustling with innovation and technology. India's got a seat at the G20 table for a reason. It's not just about the numbers, it's about influence and leadership on the global stage. They're churning out unicorns, startups valued at over $1 billion, faster than you can say namaste. These young entrepreneurs are redefining the business landscape. The world's taking notice, big time. Investors from all corners of the globe are flocking to India, eager to be part of its growth story. From pharmaceuticals to software, India's making its mark. The country is becoming a critical player in global supply chains. They're sending rockets into space. The Indian Space Research Organization, or ISRO, is achieving milestones that were once thought impossible. They're even giving Elon Musk a run for his money. Indian companies are making strides in electric vehicles and sustainable technologies. India's economy is like a rocket ship, blasting off towards the stars. With a young and dynamic workforce, the potential seems limitless. But what about the folks on the ground? Are they along for the ride? The journey of India's growth is complex, touching every corner of its diverse society. Education, healthcare and rural development are crucial. Efforts are being made to ensure that the benefits of growth reach everyone, from urban centers to rural villages. Empowering women and local communities is key. Initiatives are in place to support small businesses and artisans, fostering inclusive growth. Amidst all this, the rich cultural heritage of India remains a source of pride and unity. Festivals, traditions and the arts continue to thrive, adding color to the nation's progress. India is a land of contrasts and opportunities. As it strides forward on the global stage, it carries with it the hopes and dreams of over 1 billion people. The journey is far from over, but one thing is clear. India is not just a country, it's a global powerhouse in the making. Here's the thing, India's middle class is massive and they're feeling the pinch. Rising inflation? Check. Stagnant wages? Check. It's like trying to buy a rocket ship ticket on a rickshaw driver's salary. Not easy, my friends. Remember those dreams of a better life? A house, a car, maybe even a vacation? Yeah, those dreams are starting to feel like distant galaxies. The cost of living is skyrocketing and the middle class is struggling to keep up. They're caught in a cosmic dance between aspiration and affordability. India's leaders? They're facing some tough questions. The nation is at a crossroads with its policymakers grappling with a myriad of economic challenges. The questions they face are not just about immediate solutions, but about long-term strategies that can sustain growth and development. Like, how do you balance growth with equity? The bustling markets and city streets tell a story of a country with immense potential, yet the disparity between the rich and the poor is stark. The challenge is to create an environment where economic growth benefits everyone, not just a select few. How do you lift millions out of poverty while the middle class struggles to stay afloat? The juxtaposition of slums next to middle-class housing highlights the economic divide. Policies need to be inclusive, ensuring that the benefits of growth reach the most vulnerable sections of society. It's like trying to steer a rocket ship through an asteroid field. The ambition to reach for the stars, as seen in India's space projects, must be matched with grounded efforts to address everyday economic issues. Balancing high-tech aspirations with grassroots realities is a delicate act. Critics argue that policies often favor the wealthy, leaving the middle class in the dust. The voices of dissent are growing louder, with citizens demanding more equitable policies. Town hall meetings and protests are becoming common as people seek to hold their leaders accountable. Tax breaks for corporations while the common man struggles to make ends meet. This disparity is a point of contention. While corporate offices thrive, street vendors and small businesses face daily challenges. The economic policies need to be re-evaluated to ensure a fair playing field for all. That's not going to fly. The public's patience is wearing thin. Interviews with common people reveal a growing frustration with the status quo. They are demanding change and they are not willing to wait any longer. The government's got their work cut out for them. In the corridors of power, Discussions are intense. Government officials and parliamentarians are under pressure to come up with solutions that address the economic disparities and foster inclusive growth. It's time to bridge the gap between ambition and reality. Infrastructure projects and community development initiatives are steps in the right direction. However, the real challenge lies in ensuring that these efforts translate into tangible benefits for all citizens. The journey ahead is complex, but with collective effort and inclusive policies, India can navigate these economic cross-currents successfully. Let's talk about the youth. India's got a young population full of dreams and aspirations. They're tech-savvy, ambitious, and ready to conquer the world. But here's the catch. The economy isn't keeping pace with their dreams. They're graduating with degrees, but struggling to find good-paying jobs. The unemployment rate is high and the competition is fierce. It's like trying to launch a startup in a crowded marketplace with no Wi-Fi. The frustration is real. Section 5, the mortgage maze, a ticking time bomb. Remember that dream of owning a home? For many, it was a symbol of stability, a place to build memories and a future. Yet that's becoming a distant dream for many Indians. The rapid urbanization and population growth have led to a surge in demand for housing, but the supply hasn't kept pace. The mortgage crisis is looming large, casting a shadow over the economy. Unfinished projects and stalled construction sites are becoming a common sight. Rising interest rates and stagnant wages are making it nearly impossible for people to afford a home. The cost of borrowing has skyrocketed, putting additional strain on already tight budgets. It's a recipe for disaster. Families are finding themselves trapped in a cycle of debt, unable to move forward with their dreams. Defaults are on the rise, and the banking sector is feeling the heat. Financial institutions are grappling with an increasing number of non-performing assets, which threatens their stability. The government needs to find a way to defuse this ticking time bomb before it explodes. Policymakers are under immense pressure to come up with solutions that can address the root causes of the crisis. The dream of homeownership shouldn't be a distant galaxy. With the right measures, it can be within reach for everyone. It's time for a collective effort to turn this dream into reality, ensuring that every family has a place to call home. Section 6, a nation divided, regional disparities and the promise of inclusivity. India is a vast country and not everyone's on the same rocket ship. Regional disparities are stark. Some states are booming while others are lagging behind. It's like some folks are on a one-way ticket to prosperity while others are stuck at the launch pad. Access to education, healthcare and infrastructure varies widely. The gap between the haves and the have-nots is widening. India needs to bridge this divide and ensure that everyone has an equal opportunity to succeed. Section 7. Bridging the gap, a call for equitable growth. So what's the solution? India needs equitable growth. Growth that benefits everyone, not just a select few. Growth that creates jobs, improves infrastructure and uplifts the lives of all Indians. The government needs to invest in education, healthcare and social safety nets. They need to create a level playing field for businesses and individuals alike. It's time to ensure that the fruits of India's economic growth are shared by all. Section 8. Voices from the ground. Stories of struggle and resilience. Meet Priya, a young graduate struggling to find a job that matches her skills. Or Ashok, a farmer buried under a mountain of debt. These are the faces of India's economic duality. Their stories are a testament to the challenges and the resilience of the human spirit. They remind us that behind the economic statistics are real people with real dreams and aspirations. Section 9. The path forward, balancing global ambitions with domestic imperatives. India's at a crossroads. It can continue to chase global ambitions while neglecting its domestic challenges. Or it can choose a more balanced and sustainable path, one that prioritizes the well-being of all its citizens. The path forward is clear. Invest in human capital, promote inclusive growth, and bridge the gap between aspiration and opportunity. Section 10. A collective responsibility shaping India's economic destiny. Shaping India's economic destiny is not just the responsibility of the government, it's a collective responsibility. Businesses, civil society and individuals all have a role to play. By working together, India can create an economy that works for everyone. An economy that is both globally competitive and domestically equitable. An economy that fulfills the dreams of 1 billion Indians. Let's make it happen.